Okay, so I've signed on 4 new clients and cash collected 2,500 this week, and it is only Wednesday. And today is day number 22 of restarting and scaling my business from scratch. If you don't know, my name is I'm Alex Newman. I founded a multiple 7-figure coaching business, and now I'm actually restarting, talking about the process of me doing the same and scaling it back. And today I just want to explain how this all happened, and maybe you have some takeaways and can implement the same strategy that I'm using as well. So to actually break this down, there are a few pillars I want to cover. The first thing that we have is the actual offer that I'm running. The second thing is going to be the actual funnel that I'm actually using, and then the third one is going to be the traffic source and how I'm actually getting the attention of people. So first things first, to explain the offer that I am using, essentially what I'm doing for people is I'm installing all of the things that I learned from my previous business into people's businesses with the promise of signing on their first client completely for free. So they get onboarded, sign the first client completely for free, and then from that point on we can actually talk about working together on a partnership basis. The reason why that offer works is because I've established some form of credibility with these YouTube videos, everything that I put on my page where there's proof and all the things that I'm talking about. And essentially what I've done is I've allowed all this to get packaged up and allow people to just go through and book in, which goes to the funnel that I'm running, where if you were to go into the description of this video and look at it, essentially it is one calendar, and I'm pretty sure it says like let's work or onboard yourself here at the time of this recording, and you can just click through and it's a very simple calendar that explains the step-by-step process. So the reason why I've done this is because there's almost absolutely no friction involved with the process of someone actually becoming a client or actually getting on board for my company. All they have to do is like me and trust me enough to allow me to actually work for them for free, which is a very small barrier to overcome, which means that I'm able to get a lot more people in the front door. And overall, after I'm done my upsells, which not every person's going for, I believe I have around a 33% upsell rate at this current time, then they're going to actually go onto a paid plan. But for me, what this does is it allows me to actually improve my product a crap ton, because I'm not actually going through and having to spend all day trying to chase down high ticket deals immediately. That will probably happen in the future. And the second thing is it allows me to actually get great client relationships where I'm able to leverage things like social proof, interviews, all these things, because they're not actually paying up front, so they feel more of a way to reciprocate and actually work with me. So that is the overall process and what I actually am trying to do. Now, when it comes to the traffic source for doing this, I have a few things. The first off is that there is a unique approach to YouTube that I've been using for some of my clients, and I want to explain it here because it's working super well for not only me, but then also all the people I'm using it for. And it's called YouTube to Nurture is the name that I've just came up for it now. But essentially, when you're starting a YouTube channel and you're like myself and you don't get many views on your videos yet, essentially what the process of actually using this content for is not to bring in attention and convert it into customers like a guy like Iman or people who get lots of views. It is to actually nurture attention that's already coming in. So people who are aware of you are actually going to this YouTube channel to begin to know, like, and trust you even more. And essentially, that's the exact thing that I'm using. So what I'll do is I'll put out these videos and it will be directed from everyone on my Instagram page, which is the only other place where I link people, and I send them over to this YouTube video. Or what I can also do, and we've been doing with some of my clients, is they'll actually be sending outbound messages, and instead of doing an outbound message that's saying the call to action, hey, book a call with me here, let's do this here, let's get you signed up here, it's actually sending them over to their YouTube channels where they can get nurtured and then go ahead and book a call. And essentially, the reason why is because we are in somewhat of a trust recession. A lot of people are making some crazy offers, and you will absolutely stomp out the competition if you have an offer that meets a few criteria. First off, it's simple and easy to understand, such as we will do this for you, and here's how it works, and here's how it's going to happen, and here's how long it's going to take. You need to outline all those things, or else it's not going to be clear enough, and you need to state it in as few words as possible with a unique naming convention. Even if you have the most revolutionary system in the world, if you were to call it a Facebook ad system or a one-on-one mentorship, it would be a lot more difficult to sell than if it had a custom theory and principle actually behind it and backing it. And then the fourth and final thing that I want to cover in this entire process is how operationally it looks to actually execute it. So now we've covered all those three things, and actually traffic source wise, the way that I'm executing this is just by spending my whole day in conversation. For example, yesterday was Tuesday, and on Tuesday I had 8 back-to-back client calls all day. And essentially, I'm optimizing for conversation. I can speak to this camera, I can speak to every single person that gets onboarded or actually wants to get on board, and then I can speak to people as customers. And what are they doing with their customers? Well, they're doing the exact same thing because I implement the same strategies that are working for myself in my clients' companies. And essentially, that is why this whole thing operates in a flywheel, and I don't actually have to spend all day slaving away at a funnel or doing these crazy outbound messages, because everything that I'm doing proves the point of my product, and it all plays into actually pushing the business forward. So that's the overall strategy that I'm using. And I know this is a quick video, but I hope that the value that you got from it was worth the time that you spent, and I will see you tomorrow.